My name is Tyger Goslin, quarterback, class of 2017, and I've been on varsity for 3 years.
My name is Bentley Hanshaw, I'm tight end / DN. I've been on varsity for 2 years and class of 2017.
My name is Scott Brooks. I play offensive line, class 2017. I've been on varsity for 3 years.
My name is Zane, class 2017, wide receiver DB, and I've been on varsity for 3 years.
My personal goals are at least 30 passing touchdowns, maybe some about 10 rushing touchdowns, beat my overall yardage of last year, and my team goals probably would be to kind of just take it one game at a time and kind of get after it the right way.
My personal goals would be, I'd say like 10 touchdowns, 40 catches, and then at the end, just like 30 or 40 tackles and a couple sacks. And then as a team, I'd say win league, and like he said, just take it 1 week at a time and play our best.
As a team, I'd say we just want to compete with every team we play against, and individually, I just play the best football I can play, I guess. I've been working really hard.
My goals for my team are to win playoffs, or to make playoffs, because we haven't made it in the past 3 years since I've been on varsity. And then some goals I have for myself is just improve from last year, get a lot of catches, touchdowns, and a lot of tackles.
First game of the season is against the Canyon Cowboys. We've been preparing for them all summer. We've been watching film, we've been working hard, and we're just trying to get out there and go to work on them, see what we can do against them.
Game one, I think we want to set a good tone for the whole season and really just like show what we can do and have a standout performance.
I'd say we just want to come out strong, play some good football, and we know we can. We just want to prove to everyone that we're a good team, and I guess, like he said, set the tone for the rest of the year.
Game one against Canyon, we're going to come out strong, set the tone for the rest of the season. We're going to play together as a team. We'll have a good year.
Well, I mean, I kind of transferred late, so I mean, I haven't had too much time with the coach staff, but I would say the most influential person for me is Coach Huesingay. He coached at Cal Lu last year, so he's a pretty knowledgeable guy on our offense, and he's taught me a lot this year so far.
I'd agree with Tyger and say Huesingay, our offensive coordinator, really good coach, good guy. Someone more personal to me is the receivers coach. Even though I'm a tight end, I go with the receivers for individual drills, and he's just a good coach, and he pushes me and Zane really hard to try to get us to live up to our potential.
Personally, I'd have to say Coach Kidder, our offensive line coach. He really has worked with me these past 3 years I've been on varsity and gotten me to where I'm at now, and I thank him for everything. He's a great coach, and also Lynn's, obviously he's one of the best that he's great, and he really knows how to develop young kids.
It has me as a DB coach, Coach Garcia. He's one of my family friends. I've been working with him since 8th grade, just developing my skills, getting better and better every day.
I'm looking forward to the Westlake game personally. I mean, I transferred there after my freshman year, and I have a lot of friends on that team, so it's a lot of bragging rights at stake. Coach Tony Henney, he's a great coach, he's a good guy. I respect him a lot, but I would probably say Westlake. We're coming after Westlake this year for sure, hardcore.
Kind of like what Tyger said, him and I played on the same freshman team at Westlake, so we know a lot of those guys, and it'd be cool to finish off senior year and playing them and beating them and getting the last laugh in a way. And then just in the years past, Moorpark and Westlake have always played, and last year we barely lost to them and we should have won, so it's our senior year, we want to finish it off in the right way.
I'm personally really excited for that Westlake game. In my high school, I haven't beat them yet in my high school. Freshman year, we didn't play them, and then sophomore year, we got beat pretty bad. And last year, it was a close game, but I think this one's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
This Westlake game this year is gonna be really good. We haven't beat them since I've been on varsity. Ever since I was young, my brother played older than me. He didn't like Westlake, so it's instilled in me just not to like Westlake. So we're coming after him.
My first ever experience with Madden was actually Madden 97. I played with my dad on the old PlayStation 1 console, and he kicked my butt. I mean, he killed me back in the day. I mean, it was not as complicated as it is now, but this was what started it all off for me.
First Madden I ever played was I think it was on GameCube, and it was like Madden 07. And I used to just be the Falcons, and I would run the ball with Michael Vick every single play. And he was like the fastest thing in the world. It was lit.
I would say my first experience would be 2008 with Vince Young on the cover, and I got really invested in the 2012. That game was a good game.
2 Madden experiences. My first one was probably Madden 04 with Mike Vick. Used to use the Falcons a lot. And then like Madden 07, I think, used to use the Bears, Devin Hester. He's one of the fastest players in the game. It was really nice.
If I could compete in the Olympics, honestly, I'd probably do archery. I watched that, it's sick. Archery is bad, and I got a mean aim, so I feel like archery would be my thing in Rio.
If I was in Rio right now, I'd probably want to compete in weightlifting. I've been watching that a lot this year, and I think it's so cool. All those dudes are just so strong, it's insane.
If I was in Rio right now at the Olympics, I'd probably have to play basketball. I'm not that good at basketball, but I feel like I can get down with some of those top players.
If I was in Rio right now, I think it'd be cool to race against Michael Phelps, just to see how fast he is in the water.
When I first figured out I wanted to play football, it was actually at my brother's, like, Mighty Might or Bantam, whatever the small division was, and he was out there, he's a running back. I mean, and like I fell in love at that point right there. My first hit, actually, as a 6-year-old coming into football, I broke my arm, and I got in trouble because the coaches thought I was being soft, so they made me take laps with a broken arm, and I hated football right after that. I almost quit. I'm glad I stuck with it because it's got me pretty far, and I don't know where I'd be without football.
Started in 5th grade, and my first play, like we had a scrimmage, and some kid on the other team like fell and landed on his hand like that. And someone fell right there, and he had like a compound fracture. And that was like my first play of football ever, and like I was right next to that kid watching it. And I honestly like wasn't that good until I was like mediocre 8th grade, and like, but before that I honestly sucked. So it wasn't that great. I was just playing because my dad wanted me to.
What made me want to play football was when I was probably 1st grade, probably 8 years old, I'm not really sure. And they had this like sign up thing outside like a grocery store, and they had donuts out there, so I kind of wanted to go check it out. So that's why I want to play football.
My first experience with football, I went back to Tennessee to visit some family with my dad, and my dad was out there. He went back to his old high school, and the coach showed him a lot of love because he was really good at Cherokee High School in Tennessee. And then ever since then, I just want to be like my dad. I wear his number today. Just want to be like my dad. My first experience with D1 Bound, freshman year homecoming, I wore one of the D1 Bound shirts under my little suit. I was trying to be like a Dory Jackson because I saw him do it at prom. Yeah.
My first experience would be watching him take off his thing, and then a D1 Bound shirt came out, and it's pretty cool.
My first experience is probably just like on Twitter and seeing it through people's highlight tapes and stuff like that.
My first experience with D1 Bound was kind of just watching it on Twitter, like come up from like the bottom and showing everybody and giving them all the support, and everyone used D1 Bound as like a mentality to get them to a higher level of college football and achieve their goals. So I mean, once I saw that, I decided like, hey man, I gotta start with that mentality.